Hi everyone. So my name is Bee and this is Chow. We're both from the Circle of Vietnamese Parents of Greater Boston. Our mission is to mainly empower and uplift Vietnamese-speaking families of children with disability, by providing resources, education, and advocacy without any barrier to language. So for our project, we were so fortunate enough to receive the Community Bridging Grant. From there, we decided to start the Friendship Circle with the hope of creating pathways to reciprocal and meaningful friendships between Vietnamese youth with and without disabilities through community-based workshops and outreach. So our main goals were to build connections, promote inclusion, foster friendships, strengthen community, and empower voices. The main goal of our activities were to create activities that were culturally responsive. So we ran peer support groups and even joined community events to empower our youth. We also invite siblings to join as well, and we usually met twice a month. So some of the next few slides, we're just going to highlight some of the activities that we did. So first, one of the activities we ran was an art workshop with a local artist. We thought that a collaborative art group project was a great way for youth to come together. They're able to express themselves regardless of their communication styles or any other differences, and they did have a good time. Another activity that we ran was our collaboration with Circus Up, which was a nonprofit community circus art organization. We had a day full of aerobatics and gymnastic activities. And the youth pretty much relied on each other for strength and trust, and they had a great opportunity for them to engage together, work together, and with the possibility of forming friendships. Well, another activities that we had was a beautification project. It was a way for our youth to give back to our community. So they showcase the active role as value contributing members of the community. So we pretty much plant flowers, pretty much clean up like the community center that we had nearby. And then another one that we did was an educational workshop where we partnered with Desiree from Research Seals. So we gave the youth a chance to learn about the history of disability and how disability help each other to learn about our differences and then try to break down any stereotypes that exist with disability. So we got positive feedback for this. They mentioned that it helped them be more respectful and open-minded about human diversity. And then another activity that we did was Spring Row was a culture activity that involved sensory engagement and tactile hands-on, pretty much. And it created an opportunity for youth to connect and collaborate because food pretty much brings people together. Usually.
Thank you, Mi. So in the past 9 months, with 15 sections with youth program, we have seen an incredible growth. We see a lot of meaningful connection forming among our youth with and without disability. We want to invite you to see some of our new friendships after the youth program. So please welcome Heidi and Halida. So the reason we list out their name and their interest because they started the youth group without any shared interest. And it's funny when they say, my mom forced me to go here because they have been in their room for a long time. So we must like, this is the activity, it's very meaningful. Why don't you guys go out and share something? Yeah. So Tiny and Halida has so many differences and they didn't have any shared interest, like I mentioned. Tiny communicates mainly through her AAC, and Helena is the youth without disability. We want you to hear their story, what they think about the youth program after 9 months with us. So first we're gonna go with Tiny. I am not sure if I can play again.
Can you say that again? Why you like to go?
Yes, because I can see a friend.
Oh, you go there because you like to see friends? Good job. What is your favorite activity there, Tiny? Tell Mama, what's your favorite activity?
I like planting, flower painting, hanging out with friends.
Yeah, you like hanging out with friends, planting flowers?
Because we cannot have the video together, so we're gonna split them into two like this, and I'm gonna show you another video from Helena.
Hello, my name is Helena, and I'm very grateful to be able to participate in Bom Tai Kia Mea. And I just wanted to talk about my experience during this program, and I'm very grateful to be able to work with my partner, Tiny. Working with her throughout the program helped me learn how to communicate without using just words, and be able to understand someone through their nonverbal gestures and cues. And in particular, Tiny mainly communicated through the use of her AAC device, and I was just able to learn how to communicate with someone through that device, which was a very memorable experience for me. And one particular experience that that really stood out to me was probably when we went to Circus Up, and it was an experience where it was even more difficult because the communication had to be done at a faster pace. But as I've worked with Tiny a couple times before that in the past, it was easier to understand her gestures and have a deeper level of understanding with her. And yeah, I really enjoyed working in this program, and thank you so much for the experience.
Another friendship we want to share with you is Evan and John. Why we want to share this friendship so much? Because between John and Evan, they have a difference, a big gap between age. So John is a high school student, Evan is a high school student, sorry about that. And John is actually graduated from college. But their friendship formed as a brotherhood during our youth program. Evan was very shy. He didn't want to come out. He didn't want to share, so he got some difficulty during his school time. But after the youth group, he even surprised us recently with sharing a very personal video about himself, and he shared his experience. Evan didn't answer to video, so he recorded his voice. So I want to share that clip with you in our next slide.
Hi, my name is Evan. Even though me and John are different, I have learned that our differences can make things better. He has taught me how I can see things differently from another perspective. I felt a sense of belonging with John as he encoded me with the activities. He would ask me how things have been, which his kindness meant a lot to me. One memorable moment I had with him was when we worked together on a dance activity together at the Circus Up. He made sure I felt comfortable and safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm going very fast with the next friendship, and because we are limit of the time, so please wait with Fee and G. Fee and G say that we are close to you, and how can we tell that they are close friends now? Because in the last 5 sections, we were able to see that they sat together and talked to each other without our prompting. They didn't put their guard up anymore. When they came to see them, they say, "Hi, how are you today?" So that's how friendship started with us. We used to have a very structured sections at the beginning so that youth can have connection to each other. But now, when they came in, just going to their class, they see their friends, they say, "Hi, how are you? Hey, you want to sit here? You want to sit there? What do you want for today? How was your weekend?" So those questions give us a good hint that we're on the right track and we have friendships forming from here. After the 9 months, what we have learned is inclusion started with a safe and a welcoming space. So where you are in the environment and you worry about adjustment, you cannot open up yourself, you cannot share what you want, and friendship cannot start. But in our youth group, we see that without the label, without any differences between us, we are all friends. and that's how the youth with or without disability open up themselves, and they just come together, they sit together. We see that opportunity is the gateway. You need to give our youth opportunity and also give them time so that they can see the value of our work. They can see that friendship is not just by sitting in the same table, but they also share the same vision and they enjoy the same thing. One of my very favorite practice was we split our youth group into 2 different sections. And the first sections, we try to structure out what we want to do. Then we take a break for 2 weeks. During 2 weeks, we bring the youth together, we do survey, and we do focus group interviews. The reason we do that is because the second half of the youth group, we want them to take the ownership and the leadership. So we ask them what they want to do. We ask them, what do you like to do after your school? What do you enjoy? What food do you like to eat? If your mom not here, tell me a secret. What do you want to do? So we collect all the information together. When we also interview our parents, what do you expect when you send your youth to our youth group? Do you want to see them? We're not saying about progress. Do you want to see them to be more socialized? Do you want to see them in the different settings, see how they can adapt to a new environment? So we collect all of the information, and for the second half, we try to create a program that reflects their preference, their needs, and their interests. And this is very interesting because based on our data, we have seen that we observe an increased engagement, higher attendance, and a vibrant community where every youth, every person knows that their contribution matters. It's not just they come to do what we want them to do, it comes to enjoy what they want to do, what they want to do with your friends. And looking ahead, we want to continue our youth group, and we want to thank you for the grants, for giving with us very big foundations. So we want to keep doing the survey to recruit more youth, and we also want to create a youth advisory board. The youth advisory board actually gives them the leadership to plan out, to be advocator for their communities. This is not the board for just Vietnamese youth. We want to open that to all of the youth from all the community to join us. We can have a prom night together. We can celebrate something even small for us, small for you, but we're here, we're together. And we want to create like a friendship circle toolkit, that's what I call it. It includes a survey, it includes like the activity ideas, the visual supports group with different disability profiles, and how we can run the youth group successfully. And we can wait to share the toolkit with not just us here, but other community, no matter ability you are. And you can use this toolkit to create more youth group, to open up the ground, and to welcome more people. Thank you so much. So we want to send a very specific thank you to the Friendship Community Bridging Grant, to our Phoebe here. Thank you so much for being beside us, for the Arc of Massachusetts, DDS, and we have a very special word from our youth to you all. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.